A successful music career is not an easy thing to attain. The bright lights of the music world can be very enticing for the most part, as that's what the audience fixates on. The music industry can be very dark and stressful, and with that being said, the industry tends to seek out acts at a very young age. Willow Smith. The daughter of actors and musicians Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith was born on October 31st, 2000, and like her famous parents, Willow Smith followed in their footsteps of acting in film and pursuing music. The artist's first single was released on the heels of her 10th birthday, and the praise, excitement, and pressure that followed was extremely overwhelming that the now 21-year-old thought about quitting music altogether. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video, drop a like and comment on who I should cover next in pop culture. Born into the Smiths family, the youngest Willow was already bright-eyed and all smiles whenever she appeared alongside her famous parents. Jaden Smith, the second child, was the first child of the family that got fame outside of the fact that his parents, Will and Jada, were already bona fide celebrities. Jaden starred in 2006's The Pursuit of Happiness and most notably 2010's The Karate Kid. So yeah, Jaden was the famous child. And no one really anticipated how Willow Smith would have the music industry in a chokehold despite starring in a minor but important role alongside Will in 2007's I Am Legend. Now back to Willow snatching the wigs off every pop culture fiend. I Whip My Hair, released under Jay-Z's Rock Nation, the singer's debut single, was released in 2010. Whip My Hair was primarily pop with dance and R&B undertones. It's about self-love, letting loose, and having fun. The track received comparisons to Rihanna, and despite being leaked on the internet, Whip My Hair was a hit in the US and UK, peaking number 11 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and number 2 on the UK singles chart. The single was also certified platinum in the United States. In 2011, Willow followed up her debut single with 2 other non-single tracks that failed to match the success of Whip My Hair: 21st Century Girl, which peaked number 99 on the US Billboard Hot 100, and the Nicki Minaj featured track, Fireball, that missed the Hot 100 altogether. Meanwhile, the singer's supposed debut studio album, titled Knees and Elbows, got postponed. Let's not forget, while all of this was happening, Willow Smith was still a child, 10 to 11 years old, and unless you're trained to be a working horse, and even then, you can still crack under the pressure, and that's what happened, and justifiably so. In 2010, while on tour with Justin Bieber, the young entertainer told her famous papa, Will Smith, that she was not interested in continuing with the tour because she did not feel like it, although they had already committed to it. Will was not in an agreement with this, and Willow shaved her head in defiance. Willow Smith was also announced to play the lead role of Annie in the musical film remake. Then in 2013, it was announced that Willow, who was then 12 at the time, was not cast because she was too old to play Annie, but that was far from the truth. In an interview with Teen Vogue, Willow revealed that it was intuition that led her walking away from the role that was eventually given to Quvenzhané Wallis. In the article, Willow says, "To be honest, something inside me was just like, don't. I'm very connected with my intuition." In a sit-down with Sister Souljah on Real Talk with Sister Souljah and Will Smith at Philly's Temple University, Will Smith told the audience, "Willow was supposed to be doing Annie. We got Jay-Z to do the movie, got the studio to come in, and Willow had such a difficult time on tour with Whip My Hair, and she said, 'You know, Daddy, I don't think so.' And I said, 'Baby, hold up.' I said, no, listen, you'll be in New York with all of your friends, and Beyoncé will be there. You will be singing and dancing." And she looked at me and said, "I have an idea. How about I just be 12? After reading that, it makes me look at Jaden Smith, whose career has been more predictable in my opinion. He did the blockbuster movies as expected and made the songs that are more palatable. Jaden Smith is more commercial while Willow is alternative. And I think Will had a major influence on Jaden's career and wanted to do the same with Willow's. But she was a child and chose to be one, having a mind of her own. It's also reported Willow Smith had very bad anxiety following the success of Whip My Hair. In an interview with The Independent, Willow says, "I was brainwashed into thinking, no, you're being a brat, suck it up. Then I grew up and I realized it was something that needed to be dealt with." She also did not write for an entire year, and it was Radiohead's song Codex that got her back on track. Willow says, "I didn't make music for a whole year, which is insane for me. I wanted to do other things to figure out if music was the real deal or not, but it just stuck, it wouldn't go away." After the Whip My Hair era, the artist started releasing music as Willow. Willow released her debut studio album, Ardipithecus, which is influenced by experimental pop and neo-soul. Willow continues to release more experimental and rock-inspired projects. First, Willow, and lately I Feel Everything, which produced the moderate hit Transparent Soul. In 2021, Willow scored a top 40 hit under the band The Anxiety alongside bandmate Tyler Cole. Meet Me at Our Spot. The song was released in 2020 but gained popularity after blowing up on TikTok the following year, proving to be a sleeper hit, becoming Willow's highest entry on the Billboard Hot 100 since Whip My Hair. Willow is also a host on the Red Table Talk, along with her mother and grandmother. Willow comes from the lineage of child stars that gets thrown into the starlight of Hollywood, initially playing the game of expectations, taking a ride on the crazy roller coaster of Hollywood and mainstream tragedy, before realizing this is her life and her story to tell. Now please watch my next video, Canceling Beyoncé, or something else. I am Don, and I will see you in the next one.